Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Brewing Up Business September. Can you believe we're already in September? My name is Tammy Wallace, and my pronouns are she, her, hers. I just wanted to mention you can also add your pronouns to your name by editing your profile in AirMeet. Just very quickly, I'm a co-founder. I think most everyone probably knows me that's joining us this morning, at least virtually. But if you're joining us for Facebook Live, YouTube, I'm a co-founder and the president and CEO of the Greater Houston LGBT Chamber. So, and speaking of, we've got a lot of networking coming up in the Chamber Networking Cafe. So stick around after this program. And if you're joining us via live stream, and join us next month so you can have some great opportunity to engage, network, and connect with some of our amazing members. We absolutely love our guests. And if you're a guest and you're joining us, we are so glad to have you here this morning. And thank you to our members that are participating. We have some solid members that literally since the pandemic started have been with us month after month for our virtual events. And we really, really appreciate you and your engagement. I want to make sure that everyone's connecting in the chat today. So be sure and add your contact information in the chat box. So people can get in touch with you after the event. You can also do that at the tables when you're networking as well. So you've got several different options there. Very quickly, hopefully you caught the summer edition of Business Intersections, the Chamber's really our new digital magazine that we launched this year. Just wanted to mention, keep an eye out. Our fall edition will be out later this month, and we are excited because that will be celebrating and really honoring LGBTQ plus History Month. So keep an eye out. I want to give a thank you to our executive level member, Metro, for joining us this morning. You're going to be hearing from Tanya McWashington very shortly. It's going to be a great conversation. So hang on for that fireside chat. And quick note, we've been saying this every month, and here we are winding up the year, but 2021 is the Chamber's milestone 5-year anniversary. And we're grateful to our Chamber inaugural members, founding members, our inaugural corporate partners, our strategic partners that have literally been with us since year one, and everybody that has joined since then. We have a fantastic anniversary page that we've set up to honor our anniversary with quotes and videos showing a host of photos through the years. So check that out. And I did want to give a quick shout out. We've got, in terms of some renewing partners and new corporate partners and members, Chamber continues to grow. So let me grab that list here. So our new, you can see on screen, our new business level members: Central Texas Prosthetics, Colette is Colette Houston, Hey Jackman Marketing. I think Katie may be on with us this morning. And then Keller Williams Realty, that's Ray, Sakia Kuralt. Welcome to our new business level members. We're really, really glad to have you. And we have next up our Chamber versary, as we like to say, a host of our members renewing. Thank you for your continued support. We really, really appreciate you. And then next up is our corporate partners that we always like to recognize that make a tremendous investment in the Chamber, including our gold level corporate partners, Fertitta Entertainment, which of course includes the fabulous Houston Rockets and United Airlines. Next up, and then our President Circle members, who again make a tremendous investment in the Chamber, Content Co-op, the Houston Club, and Refuge Marketing and Consulting, and our founding members that have been with us since year one. And our Chamber sponsor, everybody knows Dalton. I know he's with us this morning. Dalton Gahak, Photographic Foundation. We love Dalton. He is officially our Chamber photographer and captures all of our events in our history. So with that, let me scroll right back up here. Give me a second here. Yeah, there we go. Maureen's going to keep me honest this morning. Okay, some quick announcements. We are reverting to virtual events. We'll stay in a virtual mode for October. Safety is our first priority for our members, and our guests. So we want to make sure that everyone stays safe during this pandemic. So we continue to evaluate month to month. So we are going to stay in a virtual environment in October. That being said, there's a lot of great events coming up for the rest of September and bleeding into October. We've got September the 17th, the NGLCC, their Sip and Pitch Fridays, which is a fantastic event. If you have not signed up to pitch your LGBT-owned business, you can do that at the NGLCC site. Member orientation, whether you're a new member or an existing member, come on September 21, figure out how to maximize your orientation. The NGLCC's got their webinar Wednesday coming up on the 29th. We're going to do our Biz Connect Mixer virtually on the 30th. And then I'm really excited to share on October the 13th, Brewing Up Business is going to be celebrating LGBTQ plus History Month. And that is going to feature Rodney Wilson, who is the founder of LGBTQ History Month. So October every year celebrates LGBTQ plus History Month. Our magazine, Business Intersections, is going to highlight and celebrate LGBTQ History Month. So it's going to be a great month in October. And then the NGLCC will be back on October the 15th. We'll be with them for the NGLCC Sip and Pitch. So still lots going on, tons for you to engage on a regular basis. And, recommendations, you want to make a recommendation about an event, you want to sponsor, please let us know. And also, if you're new in terms of a guest with us this morning, or you're listening, want to learn more about the Chamber, we encourage you to visit our website and join. We've got a lot going on, and we're planning a robust 2022. So, all right, announcements out of the way. I am so excited to introduce Tanya McWashington, and she's coming online with us here shortly. There she is. Okay. And let me give an introduction here. Tanya is the Vice President of Public Engagement with Metro. We are so proud to have Metro as one of our executive level members. They've been with us for quite a while now. And Tanya has had the opportunity to lead the development and execution of public communication programs at some of the largest infrastructure projects implemented in the Houston area by agencies such as, you might have heard of these, the Texas Department of Transportation, Harris County Flood Control District, the Toll Road Authority, and of course, Metro, where she is currently serving, as I mentioned, as the Vice President of Public Engagement. She has over 25 years of experience in community and stakeholder engagement, and just has been a delight to work with since we've been engaging with Metro as the Chamber. And we're so glad to have you. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. It's always a pleasure, Tammy.
Very, very good to have you. So let's, I want to just talk a few minutes about Metro. And, we were talking about this the other day, but you think everybody knows what Metro does, and maybe you see the buses, but really give us an overview. And I mean, I know it's the largest public transit provider, but what does that mean for Houstonians and for the region, really?
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to start with that, because I find when I do meet with groups, people see buses driving up and down the streets, but holistically may not know everything that we do and the impact that we have on this region. So you're right. We are the region's largest public transit provider. Our goal is to offer safe, clean, reliable, accessible transportation services. We cover a 1,300 square mile service area, which is larger than many states. So we cover a huge territory, and we do provide a lot of services for a lot of people. Now, like most companies, most agencies that have been impacted by COVID, we've had to retool a little bit. But prior to COVID, we were seeing a ridership increase of about 4.3 million boardings. So, I mean, the impact that we make in terms of getting people to utilize our service and getting cars off the road are huge. We provide, obviously, local bus service, our metro rail service, paratransit services. Metro actually operates the HOV, HOT lanes. Many people don't know that. It's a 100-mile system and one of the largest HOV systems actually, in the country. Last year, even in the midst of COVID, we had the opportunity to introduce the area's first bus rapid transit service, which for those of you familiar with the Uptown Galleria area, that's the new service that's currently running on Post Oak. We are the first transit provider in this region that are piloting autonomous vehicle shuttle technology. And day to day, so many things that we're doing to constantly improve communications and infrastructure that make public transit easy to use and access. I think what is always important to note is how is Metro important to people who may not use our service? And I always like to share with people that, we do provide through our general mobility program millions of dollars that go toward roadway projects to improve our streets annually. And more importantly, right now, 7 million people call the greater Houston region home. That number is estimated to grow by more than 10 million over the next 2 decades, which means that, we've got to accommodate for 4.5 million new jobs and a lot more people on the road. And so I always challenge people to think about what if Metro didn't exist and what that would mean in terms of our ability to get around our region and just mobility in general, and why it's so important that we plan for the future.
I'm just sitting here thinking, okay, you said 1,300, I believe, square miles, and then one of the largest HOV. Clearly in the 4th largest city. This is a model, and I'm sure, a best practice among public transit across the country. Something that we should be incredibly proud of. But a key takeaway is if you never step foot on a bus, you're being touched. Metro is valuable to us as Houstonians, folks that just live in the overall region, but also as employers.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
When you think about our major employment centers and, through our commuter service, how many employees we take to those major employment centers. We do a tremendous amount, make a huge impact just in that ability to move people to those areas.
Well, and speaking of Metro being, continuing to grow, meet the region's, transit needs. In 2019, I believe, the Moving Forward plan was approved by the voters. Can you tell us a little bit more and how COVID really has impacted the implementation of that particular program?
Yeah, actually, you're absolutely correct. Nearly 70% of voters said for plan in 2019. So in that obvious community, it is a priority.
Yep,
you're breaking up
just a little bit, but I think we can hear you now. Reshare that last thought there.
Well, I was saying when you made reference to the Moving Forward plan being approved by voters, I was saying you were absolutely correct, because nearly 70% of voters said yes to that bond referendum. So clearly it is a priority for the community, and it is a priority for Metro. COVID has had a profound impact on our agency, as it has on agencies across the country. But our board of directors is committed to making sure that we implement as much of this plan as was laid out in that bond referendum. For some of our members who may not be familiar with the Moving Forward plan, it was essentially a program of 500 miles of transit improvements that were laid out through a variety of different services that we have committed to implementing over the course of the next 20, 30, 40 years. There are services that are intended to keep up with the population growth and the employment growth that I just spoke about earlier. So it's a combination of a lot of different new services, extension of existing services. And we spent a lot of time back then really trying to understand from the community exactly what was important and how we should prioritize implementing these different projects. So everything from, creating more transit connections to activity centers, airports, new job centers, how we expand the HOV system to all-day service, since, people are commuting to and from work beyond traditional work hours now. How we do better with maximizing our existing rail system and expanding it, improving, speed and reliability, everything from where we place bus stops to priority signals, better shelters, real-time passenger information, just all of the things that make using public transit easier, more efficient, and getting people to where they want to go. One thing we were also challenged on was making sure that, and this was a word that I learned during that time, we're future-proofing, our system with the focus on, innovation and advanced technology, how we are making sure that as we move forward with implementing many of these new services, how we are taking into account the use of advanced technology, autonomous vehicles, green technology, all of that. And so that program of services is packaged in what we call the Moving Forward Plan. I encourage you to go to our website, ridemetro.org, to learn more about it. ridemetro.org/moving forward plan will give you the details of all of the projects that are associated with it. So we've had to retool a little bit, Tammy, because of COVID, but it has not detoured us from delivering on, the promise that was laid out in that bond referendum in 2019. So we're blowing and going.
I love it. I love it. And thank you for all that, you do, and really Metro, does for the city and for our region, and from a business perspective for our employers. We really appreciate that. And speaking of appreciation, we just appreciate the support and investment that Metro's continued to make in the chamber and our collaborations. Why is membership important in our particular chamber for Metro?
So one thing in particular that I think is important is that we're able to stay connected to our business community. It's important for us to help businesses understand more about the transit programs and services we provide that support employers and their employees. And it gives us an opportunity, just like now, to get people to think about transit when, quite frankly, they ordinarily may not. From a business development standpoint, it is, by being involved, it is a tremendous opportunity for us to raise awareness about contracting opportunities, teach people how to do business with Metro, so it's a direct line that keeps us connected, with our business community that we definitely see as valuable to the services that we implement and the business and just projects that we have going on in the region.
Well, as I said, we appreciate the continued support and from Metro, really quite a few years now. I'm looking forward to great things that we're going to do together going forward. As we wrap up, any parting words you'd like to share?
Well, I just am excited. I can't probably share enough about how excited we are. We have the ability to move forward with implementing some dynamic projects in the area. One of the larger projects, I'd be remiss not to mention this, one of the larger projects in the plan that we're working on now is very similar to the what we call Metro Rapid service that runs on Post Oak. And we're developing that service for an east to west line that would run all the way out from the West Chase Park and Ride near the intersection of West Park Toll Road and the Sam Houston Toll Road. It would continue through the West Park corridor, likely transition to the Richmond corridor, through Midtown, through the university areas, and then extend north on Lockwood all the way up to our Tidwell Transit Center. It would be the largest bus rapid transit in the country. So you can think about that, a 1-seat, 25-mile ride, which will take passengers from West Chase to Uptown to Midtown, Cashmere Gardens, Greenway Plaza, TSU, U of H, and serving, the Gulfton, Montrose, second, third, and fifth ward neighborhoods. So it's a huge project. We're extremely excited about. It'll again provide tremendous connections, and I encourage your membership to learn more about that project. ridemetro.org/university. We are calling it the University Corridor, Metro Rapid University. So that's one of the larger projects from the Moving Forward plan that is in development right now. So I wanted to make sure that I did share that with the membership, in addition to some of the other wonderful things that we have going on.
Well, it sounds like a lot going on. We've shared a lot of these links in the chat, and we'll share those out as well with our membership and on social media. And I just want to say thank you again for joining us, for letting us showcase Metro as one of our executive level members, but the work that you all are doing that is so important to us in the region.
Awesome. It was great to be with you all this morning.
All right. Well, let's jump into a couple of door prizes. One of them is going to be about Metro, so hopefully everybody was listening to the program here. Let's start with our first question. We got this morning 2 Hortiprocess gift cards, one of our fabulous certified members. So here we go. Are you ready? Who founded LGBTQ plus History Month, and in fact will be joining us for the October Brewing Up Business. So looking at the chat here, post your response in the chat. And I'm trying to refresh up. Lana got it. Good job, Lana. Yes, absolutely. Rodney Wilson, and he'll be joining us, as we said, as the founder of LGBTQ plus History Month, to talk about that, where that came from. So that's going to be again next month. Lana, we'll follow up with you on the gift certificate. And then here's our second question. What year was the Metro Moving Forward plan approved by the voters? Oh, Katie got it. 2019. That's absolutely right. All right, Katie. Thank you so much. So we'll follow up with you. Congratulations to both Lana and Katie. And we really, really, again, want to say thank you to Metro for all the support and continuing to collaborate with the Chamber. Tanya is going to be in the Chamber Networking Cafe at the table with the Metro label, the logo on that. So if you want to stop by, say hello, ask her any questions, she will be there. We are going to keep the Chamber Networking Cafe open until 9:30. So please feel free to stick around and network. Tons of sponsorship opportunities coming up. We've got a couple left this year and then next year. And so ping us if you are interested in participating in sponsorship opportunities and getting your business recognized. I want to thank everybody for joining us this morning, especially after the challenging 24 to 48 hours that we've had. Hopefully everybody is safe, and we're very fortunate in Houston that Nicholas decided to skirt us. I know a lot of people are still without power. So, but thank you for joining us this morning. We're going to look forward to seeing you at the Virtual Biz Connect Mixer later this month, and stay updated on Chamber social media with all the happenings, everything that's going on. In fact, we've got a couple of great announcements that'll be coming out soon. So stay up to date. Again, Tanya, thank you for joining us. Metro, she'll be at the Metro table. And everyone, enjoy networking and have a fantastic Wednesday. Thank you.